Solar flash update, April 14th through the 20th of 2023. It looks like there's going to be 5 or perhaps more solar events that will be facing Earth, potentially sending solar radiation to Earth. We're having extreme weather events. There's a major hurricane that's hitting northwest Australia, a level 5, they call it a cyclone here. There is major flooding in Florida. There are earthquakes that have been happening all over the world, and there's the possibility for more because of all of the electromagnetic activity that's hitting the Earth. On the human level, we've got protests still going on all over parts of the world. We have suspicious toxic fires. Once again, another toxic fire in the United States. And we have definite political uncertainty as Trump heads in for all of these potential, being sued and being arrested and all of that. So what does this have to do with the current situation? That's what we're going to talk about. Before I get to that, if you're watching this I'm uploading to my YouTube channel, but this particular video is also going to be uploaded directly to Rumble. I've got Rumble synced to my YouTube so that all of my YouTube videos will go there. As you know, last week I was banned on YouTube. They kicked me off without any warning. Because according to them, I was spouting dangerous, who knows what. I didn't even know what I was saying was in any way a problem for them. I stayed away from the things I knew they didn't want me to talk about. So I'm done with YouTube, but I need your help. Go to Rumble, rumble.com. Look for the thunderwizard.com, thunderwizard.com channel there. You'll get everything that you get here. You'll get it over there. Subscribe there, like there, message me there so that I know you've gone over there. Once I have enough viewers to keep my channel financially solvent for me, because for every 1,000 views, maybe 1 or 2 people, if I'm lucky, might subscribe to the Warrior 90-Day Challenge or purchase a session or something like that. That is what gives me the ability to make these videos every day and to keep my lights on. So, but the thing that you can do for me right now that won't cost you anything is go to Rumble, subscribe, like, take my videos there and put them up wherever. Twitter, you can put them up on Twitter. You won't get in any trouble. You can put them up whatever other social video media. Just take the link and put it in there. Get people to my channel. That's how you can help me. So we are going to be giving a solar flash update for April 14th through the 20th, 2023. There's a lot of stuff going on. It may feel like there's a dip in the activity, but it's going to resurface. So what we can expect, I just, I'm watching this every day. I'm watching what's happening with the sun because, that March, all the stuff that's happened, the beginning of March just completely blew my mind. Things seem very calm right now, although I myself am feeling a lot of uncertainty and anxiety about things. So I don't know if that's just me because I'm in a very sketchy position in my life. I just told the guy that I was renting from in Florida that I'm not going to be back. So I burnt that bridge, which means I don't know where I'm going to end up going. If I have to leave, I don't know if and when I'm going to have to leave here. I'm trying to stay, but I have to work with visa lawyers and things like that. So I'm very uncomfortable about that, but I'm doing my best to stay in the moment, surfing every day, walking in the woods. Forgive me, there's some construction going on, again, craziness. There's all this tumult going on in my life. I don't know if you feel the same way or not, but if you are feeling that anxiety, if you're feeling uncomfortable, unsure, if you have a lot of feelings coming up, if you're feeling especially like uncomfortable with yourself, or you're not good enough, or you don't know what's going to happen, these kinds of feelings, it very well may be because of the heightened electromagnetic activity that the Earth is giving off, because the Earth has been absorbing a lot of this solar radiation and plasma and all of that, and that stores up in the Earth. And then this is why we've got earthquakes and a lot of these weather things going on. I mean, one of the reasons I don't want to go back to Florida, listen, I'm just going to be honest with you, just the dynamics of the landmass of Florida. Florida is a swamp. It is. It's completely flat. It's tropical. It gets freezing cold rain in the winter in northern Florida, continuous rain all throughout the year. And, when you get just the slightest bit of unusual weather when it comes to rainfall, everything floods. There's no place for it to go. It's because Florida is a swamp. That's just the way it is. So you've got all this weather in Florida. Sorry, I don't know. I got off track there. And you've got a hurricane coming here to nowhere near me, but we're going to get, as it moves through, we're going to get all of the rain and stuff like that. But it won't be a hurricane by that time, as far as I know. And it's on the other side of the continent, so I'm sure we'll be fine. And we've got these toxic fires. Now, I'm not going to tell you what I really think on this video because, again, I'm uploading this to YouTube. And if I tell you what I really think, YouTube isn't going to like it. I'm going to tell you on Rumble what I really think is going on. But again, we have another toxic fire. You remember the one not too long ago where the city chose to light on fire a bunch of really toxic chemicals? Well, now we have a plastics plant that they don't know. Mainstream media news says we don't know how the fire started. But it's, again, another huge toxic cloud going over the country. You fill in the blanks as to what you think I might think is going on there. But from an astrological perspective and from other kinds of perspectives, there's a lot of stuff going on here as a result, I think, of this heightened solar activity. And remember, we are in the beginning of what is called solar maximum 25. They're called number 25. I don't know where they come up with that number. Excuse me, my kombucha cola. But this toxic fire, again, we got these clouds of toxic gas that are potentially, lethal. The last one was lethal. I mean, it killed animals. They went outside and died. What is going on with that? So, so we've got all of this stuff going on, and I'm interested to see what this upcoming little cluster of solar storms is going to do. I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of on a low point. I'm not getting a lot of information from my ET friends. They're letting me know that they're there. I can feel them. Something very interesting is happening with me that's never happened before in my life. I am waking up with the sun, but the reason I'm waking up with the sun, sometimes I'm already awake, is that when the sun is just getting ready to come over the horizon, I feel this huge burst of energy that is identical to the same kind of energy I feel when a higher dimensional being has just beamed into my room, just outside of my visual perception. So for a long time, I was thinking that every morning some extraterrestrial being was beaming into my room, and then I realized, no, it's happening right as the sun is getting ready to come, and that come over the horizon, and that has to do with electromagnetic energy. So that is something that's new, and so that clearly I'm very sensitive to solar radiation and electromagnetic energy from the sun. So what do we do with all of this? I uploaded a video not too recently about things that you can do. I'll go through that list again very quickly. The first thing is you've got to take responsibility for your thinking. Remember, thinking, your thoughts and your emotions are reactions. So when you get hit with this solar radiation of a higher vibration, the first thing that's going to happen is all of your garbage is going to come to the surface. Now you have two choices. When those feelings hit, you have two choices. You can either meditate, focus on what you want in your life, take control of your choice for what you're thinking about, and focus on how you can appreciate what you have and follow your soul. Or you can let those ugly feelings pull you down into a negative state of thinking, and then you'll get trapped in feeling sorry for yourself, feeling angry, feeling full of anxiety, these kinds of things, and probably taking destructive action. Now, some of the things that happens to people when you get hit with this energy and all of your negative feelings come up is people will go and they'll start drinking alcohol or smoking weed or whatever it is that they do to offset their feelings in a negative way. That's not going to help you. Don't try and stuff the feelings. Try and release them. This is why I surf every day. I'm telling you, surfing for me is my medicine. And when there are days that the waves aren't doing what I want, I've got to find other ways. I got to go to the gym. I got to do something. Of course, doing energy work and meditation, that's a given. You got to do that on a daily basis. So that brings me to the second thing you got to do. Go to thunderwizard.com and subscribe to the Warrior 90-Day Lightning Qigong. That practice, I guarantee you, regardless of what your personal experience is. Some people say, wow, I've never felt so much energy. Other people say, I don't know if I'm feeling anything. And they go, well, take a look at your life. Is your life getting better? Are you healthier, happier, and more prosperous? If the answer to those questions is yes, then it's working. Don't impose anything on it. But my experience is that I'm going to say 75-80% of people who do this energy work immediately feel something. You're going to feel energy in your hands. You're going to feel energy in your body. And if you really keep with it and get rid of all of the toxins, number 3, get rid of the toxic stuff in your life. Toxic relationships. If you've been wanting to walk away from that toxic relationship, walk away from it. If you've been wanting to stop your toxic, destructive behavior in your good relationship, then stop that. Sit down with your partner and say, I want to recommit myself to you. Get rid of the toxic chemicals. Get rid of the alcohol. Get rid of the THC. Get rid of whatever other mind-altering chemicals you're doing. Don't do recreational drugs. I'm not talking about stuff your doctor gives you. Hopefully he knows what he's doing. But the recreational stuff, get rid of it. It's not serving you. You can have a much greater experience if you allow the DMT in your brain to naturally release. I just released a video on Rumble, which is going to be coming up here. By the time this gets uploaded, it'll probably already be uploaded on Rumble, so you can go check it out. This is the... I think this is the thumbnail for it. What is the connection between aliens and DMT? Why do mushroom trips often include aliens? Why do ayahuasca trips often include aliens? Of course, when I say the word aliens, I mean ETs, not aliens. We can't even talk about what is the difference between aliens and ETs anymore on YouTube, because YouTube is part of that whole shebang. They're trying to keep that narrative going. I can't talk about it. I do talk about it in my book, Interdimensional Revolution, which you can find on Amazon, Kindle, and Audible. If you go to audiobooks.thunderwizard.com, you'll see it. If you're outside of the U.S., click the U.S. link at the top, which will take you to my videos there. You can go to michaelwilliamdenny.com, Denney. You can see all my books there. So I just uploaded this on Rumble. I'm not going to talk about it here because it's too controversial. But you can release DMT, which is, reason why people do mind-altering chemicals is because they want to feel better. And it's because they have feelings they can't deal with. People will say, I do it to meditate, I do it to have a spiritual experience. And that may be true, but the truth is that those chemicals don't help because they actually reduce those chemicals in the brain. But if you want a huge dose of DMT, do the interdimensional meditation. That will release unprecedented amounts of DMT in your brain, and it'll do it naturally and healthily. It'll also do it, the lightning Qigong will also do it. Now you may have to, again, when you go to the gym, and you haven't worked out before, you're not going to be able to bench press 400 pounds. You're going to have to work out consistently and get your strength up. So you're going to have to do the lightning qigong on a daily basis. You're going to have to do the interdimensional meditation, perhaps on a daily basis. I do it on a daily basis. I didn't do it yesterday, but that's the first time in months that I haven't done it. So you got to do this consistently, and then you'll build up strength. And I guarantee you, the stuff that people do, THC, ayahuasca, mushrooms, DMT, alcohol, all of the things that you want to get out of all those chemicals, you can get naturally and in much greater quantity, and it'll be safe. You will actually be helping your body create these chemicals every day instead of having to force feed it in there, which shuts your brain off. I talk about that in this video. I won't talk about it anymore. So I'm looking forward to see what's going to be coming up this week. If once I get any information, I will let you know. Keep me in your meditations. I'm really unsure. I'm on a deadline here. I've got to make a decision as to what I'm going to do to try and keep my visa going here. As I said, I just burnt my bridge for the house I was staying at in Florida. And so I don't know where that's going to take me. If I have to leave, probably I'll end up having to go to Hawaii. I don't want to do that for a bunch of reasons, but I don't want to leave. This is my home. My body loves it here. So keep me in your meditations about that. And get your beautiful rear ends over to Rumble. Subscribe there. You can just park it there because everything that I upload here will be mirrored over there, just like my Odyssey channel. Everything on YouTube will now be on Rumble. It's all the stuff, all the old stuff is going to get there, and that's going to make it safe for me so that if I get kicked off of YouTube again for whatever, or if I choose that I'm done, then all of the stuff that's on this channel will be there waiting for all of us. So make your rear end over there. Let me know that you're there. Say hello. And that's it for me. Again, some solar information. Isn't that interesting? I just slipped and called it information. Some solar information is coming this week. I'll let you know if my ET friends give me a heads up that there's going to be another wave of the solar flash. Again, the solar flash is not a flash. It's a series of solar waves. And I'll let you know if I get any heads up that there's more stuff coming. But what I do feel, I can't say this for sure because sometimes I don't interpret what they tell me entirely perfectly correctly because they're not in 3D space-time, so I have to interpret it. But I do have a strong intuition that there's some major stuff coming for planet Earth, politically. And certainly stuff having to do with things I can't talk about here. I'll just play a beginning of, let me just play you a couple things here. Just I'll have to stop them partway through so I don't get in trouble. But I put this up on Rumble the other day having to do with the solar flash. The sun is reaching what NASA calls the solar maximum from 2023 to 2025. NASA predicts massive solar storms that could destroy civilization during the magnetic shift in the sun. But the truth is that the Earth has reached the end of the current 26,000 year cycle. Beginning in 2023, the sun has begun sending high vibrational energy which will shift the Earth into a new cycle. And according to the Hopis, they say we are leaving the age of the animal and entering the age of the human being. The elites currently controlling our world know they're... And I'll have to stop the video there because if I keep the video going, I will say things that make YouTube unhappy. And of course, I strongly recommend that everybody watch the new movie by Dr. Stephen Greer, UFO Endgame. I'll play just the beginning of the trailer. I won't do the whole thing. I play it on Rumble.
It's a mind-blowing situation. For the public, it's like, oh, a conspiracy theory, it's entertaining. But if you're actually in a responsible position and you find out that there's a whole secret government program that you don't know about, it's a shock.
This report comes from a shadowy Pentagon department that was shut down in 2012.
The disclosure movement has been hijacked by people who care.
So I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to break down that trailer, just that trailer, on Rumble in a future video and tell you exactly what some of those things mean. But I strongly recommend that you watch that and then get my take on Rumble, what I think about that. But there's stuff coming. There's stuff brewing. I recommend staying cautious, keeping your eyes open. That's another reason I want to stay. I don't want to travel during this time because I'm not sure it's... I'm just cautious about that at the moment. I'll just leave it at that. All right, so that's it for me, guys. I wish you guys all the best. Thank you so much for showing up. Get your rear ends over to Rumble, park it there, let me know you're there. And because everything that's coming here on YouTube is going to end up there. If you're on Rumble watching this, you know that already. You're watching my YouTube channel on Rumble. Good for you. All right, I'll see you guys very soon. Take care.